what was it called? Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki, and today's video is just a quick sit down talking video. And today I'm talking about 3 more things that I have learned on my weight loss journey, losing 70 pounds and maintaining that loss now for over a year. So if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. And let's jump right in with the first thing. So first thing that I'm talking about today that I have learned on my weight loss journey is that comparing yourself to others does not help. And this is something I've learned more as I've maintained the weight loss. But yes, transformation pictures are great. Looking at other people's progress pictures, it's great motivation, but you cannot specifically compare your body to other people's bodies because it is crazy how different everybody's body is built based on genetics. And you just have to keep that in mind. Some people are luckier than others when it comes to certain genetics. Maybe what you may want, you might not have because of your genetics. And so that is something I really learned the past 2 years while I lost weight and have maintained that weight loss, because I've seen how my body has kind of changed shape as I've done different workouts, but also certain things that I just can't maybe acquire that I may want to because of my genetics and because of how my body's built, and there's nothing wrong with that. So what I learned is that it is really helpful to look at other people's transformation pictures, but when you're looking at those pictures, really keep in mind that it's possible to do what they've done, to make the progress that they've had, change their life the way they have. That is what you need to use to motivate you. And I just remember so clearly the night before I started WW looking on Instagram at hashtags of people's transformation pictures, and it does help to see maybe like a taller girl who has a similar build to me, and maybe her before picture is what I am currently at, and that helps. But more so, I made my focus on the fact that they could even do what they did, and realizing that I could do what they did. That is what helped me, not looking at their after picture and specifically trying to get the body that they have, because that's just not going to be possible. Everybody is built differently, and I had to really learn that. So I just want to get the point across that transformation pictures are good. Looking at other people's progress is great for motivation, but don't focus too much on their end result because yours is going to be different, and that's okay. And even now, I think I've even built my body a little differently because of roller skating. I think that that's given me a little bit more shape than I had before. Also, weightlifting definitely has helped with that. So there are certain things you can do to maybe shape your body the way you want to, but if someone loses weight and their abs show right away, that doesn't mean yours are going to. It's just how people are built, and you can't get too caught up on that. I still to this day find myself comparing to other people because I've consistently been going to the gym for a year and a half now, and I see people who post their transformation of 3 months and it looks like they grew an entire butt in that time, and I'm like, my progress looks so minimal compared to that, but there's still progress there, and I'm still doing what I can to get the progress that I want, but I can't expect to have the results someone else has because their body's built differently. And like I said, I still get caught up on that. It still gets to me mentally, and I have to kind of remind myself and talk myself through it, but comparing to other people is just not good, and it'll just leave you feeling negative or feeling down about maybe the results that you don't have that you want. I just wanted to bring that up because I talk about transformation pictures and progress pictures all the time, and it is awesome to use other people's to motivate you, but don't focus too much on that end result and focus on your progress that you've made. Take consistent progress pictures for yourself, because that's what I do all the time to remind myself of how much progress I've made. So even if I see a girl on TikTok post her 3-month transformation and it looks like she has an entire new body, first of all, I don't even know for sure that that's true, and I don't know everything that she's been doing, but also I need to be proud of my results that I've had in those 3 months, and I've stayed consistent and seen progress, even if it's not as much as her. It doesn't matter because we're all on our own journey and we will progress at our own rate. The next thing that I want to talk about that I've learned on my weight loss journey is how many empty calories you can consume with drinks. And some people might not consider them empty calories. Adam is someone who loves different types of drinks, different flavored drinks. Like, he is all about drinks, whereas I would rather save my calories or points for food. I like to eat more than I do like to have like different types of drinks. And I'm not talking about alcohol drinks. I'm talking about coffee and lemonade and juice and all that type of stuff. So when we started our journey, that was when right away we learned how many points certain drinks were, and it was mind-blowing because there were a few different drinks that we would get even from Dunkin'. We used to get large iced coffees with sugar and cream and caramel syrup, and almost in triple-digit points some of the drinks we would have with the shakes that we would get from Sonic, which I guess shakes are a little different, but still. Adam and I used to all the time go to Dunkin' and get the energy drink that they had. So they had like a Monster, it was like a blue or red energy punch that they had, and that drink alone was 30 points. So we would drink that like it was nothing. We would act like it was like our water for the day, and it was eye-opening when we had to start tracking our drinks and realizing, what have we been doing? Like, we did not realize that on top of the fact that our food, the meals that we were having were like hundreds of points, our drinks were just as bad. We really realized how much sugar goes into drinks and all the empty calories that we were consuming from them. And that's when we made it our priority to find lower point options and just healthier alternatives. And honestly, it made it easier to focus on getting my water in because I just didn't want to waste the calories or points on drinks anymore like I had in the past. A lot of times I just did it out of boredom or because Adam had one. Like, there was really no reason for it. Obviously, I do enjoy drinks sometimes, and caffeine especially, but I just had to find a better way to get that caffeine in and get some different drinks in that were not 30, 40, 50 points. This also goes with alcohol, not realizing how many points beers were, or like tall boys. We would drink a tall boy with dinner every night and not realize that it was like 20 points. And so when we realized that too, we found different alcohol substitutes that we could have. Now we drink mostly rum or whiskey with light mixers. So we'll do like water with lemon juice or with skinny syrup or Mio, or just a seltzer. Sometimes we'll mix some rum in a seltzer, or we like to just drink seltzers as well. So we found lower point alcohol options, but then when it comes to coffee, we have found much lower point options. Even when we go to Dunkin' and stuff, we still can order out, but we don't get that energy punch anymore. Instead, we get a much lighter option, much lower point option, or we'll just make something at home. We have a lot of low point energy drinks we like. We also have really been liking Olipop. That is such a good substitute for pop, and it doesn't hurt my stomach like a can of Coke would lately. I find that a lot of times sugary drinks upset my stomach a lot more than I used to realize, because honestly, my stomach was in pain all the time before with the food I was eating and the drinks I was drinking. So now I notice it a lot more when we have something that's like very high in sugar or very high in fat or something. But yeah, we've just found some good alternatives and really realized that you can have a lot of empty calories with drinks, and that could really stall your progress. Then the last thing I want to talk about is learning how beneficial weightlifting really has been and just building muscle for me. So honestly, in the beginning, I was kind of nervous. I didn't want to get bulky when I started lifting weights. I feel like all the time you hear that women are scared to lift weights because they don't want to get bulky. And that couldn't be further from the truth, actually. I have toned down so much since I've started lifting weights, and I'm honestly really happy with how my figure is shaping up to be, I guess. I really do focus on heavy leg lifting and a lot of shoulder work. I need to focus more on my back because I do want to shape it a little bit more, but I tend to slack when it comes to lifting weights for my back. But anyway, aside from the fact that it's made me feel better about myself, lifting weights and building muscles has helped in every aspect of my life. And it's allowed me to just burn more calories while I'm at rest, so I can eat more food because I'm building more muscle. I have more muscle on my body that is just burning calories throughout the day. Things around the house have gotten easier. We were actually just talking about how our tree fell in the front yard when the storm hit, and if we would have had to pick up that tree 3 years ago when I was not in the best shape, it would have been hard. I would have needed to take breaks, and we were able to do it easily. Obviously, we were dripping sweat, but it was a lot of work. It was a lot of heavy lifting, and it felt like nothing. Whereas 3 years ago, it would have been an all-day task that completely drained me, and I don't even know how well I would have been able to do it. But just thinking about everyday tasks like that, the amount of energy I have because of consistently lifting weights and fueling my body, it has just helped all around in things I wouldn't even think about before. So building muscle is more beneficial than just looking better or looking stronger. It has definitely helped me in so many aspects of my life. Even when it comes to like hiking or just skating, things are easier for me now because I've built more muscle and I'm just in a better shape in general. And that does count with cardio as well, keeping up with cardio, but I'm just saying specifically with growing muscle, I was kind of scared to build muscle or lift weights when I started my journey, and realizing how beneficial it's been, I can't wait to continue lifting weights and progressing in the gym and seeing how much stronger I can actually get. So those are just a few random things that I've learned throughout my weight loss journey. Like I've mentioned before, they kind of just pop up in my head when I'm skating. A lot of times I'm thinking about things like that and how much my life has changed and the things that I've changed. And these are just some of the things that I've learned along the way. So if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it, and I will see you next time.